Hey, what's up? Matt Wyatt here. Time for film study with Mississippi State's win over Louisiana Lafayette, whichever you choose to abide by. Anyway, big win for Mississippi State this week. Nick Fitzgerald really good. Now what this is some offensive plays in the game, not taking a look at the defense, so it's not a full, complete game film study. I'll do some defensive stuff for State later this week leading up to the Kentucky game. Right here, big plays from Saturday night for Nick Fitzgerald and company on offense. See what you think. Opening scoring drive, they're really good on third down and good on third down throwing the ball. Get a shallow crosser, kind of design it that way to Guidry. He can outrun the backside, go get that first down for you. A couple things just real quick to point this out. You look and what they're getting, exactly what they want. It's a bunch of toes in the line of scrimmage to run this. The other thing is kind of the way this is designed is there's a built-in hot route. If with both of these guys in the slot, you kind of see how the route works. They're both running that in break shallow on third and four. So if you were to get some type of blitz or whatever and everybody jump into man across, you've kind of got that built-in hot route if you needed to throw it. In this case, they drop, so he's supposed to have time, right? Well, there's a little bit of leak here from your right tackle in the protection to the inside. But here's what you like about it. He's not looking at the rush. His eyes are squarely here downfield to see this guy come open. And even though he's about to get popped, he throws a perfect strike, does not turn the receiver around. When he catches this in stride, he does not have to turn around. He doesn't have to stop. It allows him to turn on the gas and make this defender miss. If he had to stop or turn around, one of these guys is going to make the play, and you probably don't get the first down. The throw is a big part of it. You can watch the up close of his route. TV gave you that. Now again, you're trying to run an in-breaking route here, so there is contact. But that's why it's not called. In this case, because he gets free just in time before the ball is thrown. Later in that scoring drive, he's going to get the two safeties in the middle of the field and play fake, holds a linebacker underneath, get him inside those two safeties. Good throw. Sort of the way this is designed, it's kind of like an old smash route here this way. And up top, you got the in break that's coming underneath this skinny post in the middle of two safeties. But again, you're running that because of the read of the defense pre-snap. One safety, two safety in the hash. And even though there's cushion here and you think, okay, it's quarter, half, it's really not. It's really just cover two. He's going to jump up, stay up, and it's just cover two, two safeties deep. So whoever's running that vertical, he's got to get that width and then make room for the throwing lane. And what quarterback's doing is watching safety and underneath linebacker to see the throwing lane. Because of a little play action built in, they've already held the linebacker. And he really has two options here. The shallow cross is going to get open coming underneath. That is a super strong throw in front of the safety, behind that back shoulder of the linebacker, and a nice catch and route. When you see it from behind the quarterback's view, you can see what he sees is that there is sort of a linebacker right here in the throwing lane, and the safety's on top. You practice this. He's putting it, throwing him open in the middle here, counting on his receiver to run to the football outside or away from that linebacker. It's a really nice throw. Okay, next drive, they got themselves in a 3rd and 9. Had to come up with a big play. So they go three receivers to the field, underneath on the outside, and then the big corner route on top of it. And a great throw from Fitzgerald. Really strong throw. It's down the field. TV copy doesn't give you a whole lot here, but just to kind of show you, you're getting underneath, and then he's on top with that deep corner. And you get what you want in terms of coverage, and that is safety hangs inside there and good protection gets it open. But that's a money throw from a kid who's really got a lot of velocity in that right arm. Only way this happens is if protection is really good, and it was on third down in long situations. They had themselves in 2 or 3 of them. But again, perfect throw, and that's what makes the play. Now, I thought there were examples in this game of NFL-type throws from Nick Fitzgerald, and I know you throw that around, you go, what does that mean? I just saw, mature reads, really strong throws with great velocity that give you a glimpse of really what the kid's capable of. Great example of offensive line winning the line of scrimmage right here on a touchdown run, lead play for the quarterback. When you watch it from behind, you can really see it. Snap of the ball, Center and left guard are over to the one technique. 3 technique belongs to the right guard, Deion Calhoun. Because of alignment and where the ball's going, this is actually going to be pretty easy here for right tackle, and then it's one-on-one there as well. Linebacker in the middle is not blocked, but watch how they run this. They're going to lead this thing outside this way, but the linebacker kind of floats, and because of the way it's blocked, you get this great big cutback lane for Nick Fitzgerald. Part of the reason is right guard Calhoun's just completely cleaned that up right there. So rather than even seeing the cutback, I think you could just feel it. And the safety's coming over here way too nonchalant to try to handle this guy in a goal line situation. Later in the half, they're going to run this thing with Aris Williams over to the left side. Great big old hole for him to step through, gets to the next level easily. We saw that last week. And offensive line kind of got it done. I'll show you how. It starts with the center, Elton Jenkins, the SEC Player of the Week. They give them a 3-man front in what is a 3-3 nickel deal here on first down. So he and the right guard here, Calhoun, take care of the nose, get him completely turned out. The other part of this, Darrell Williams doing his job. So the hole now is created, if you could see it behind. There's a big old lane here for him to get through. Even though they're trying to bring pressure off the edge, doesn't matter because of the you running the ball straight ahead, north and south. The other thing that happens is one of the linebackers steps into the tackle who's getting up to the next level. The other is here who got confused apparently at where the ball was going and ran out. So your left tackle island didn't really even have to block anybody. Get to the next level really easily. And so it was a big run on what is a scoring drive. Here's Mixon on an outcut. 3rd and 21 penalties got him backed up here. Get a route against cover 2, so the safety's deep and throws in their strong throw. A couple things about it. Protection's got to be good if you want to run this kind of route. The other thing is look how deep the safeties are. One's in the shot, one's not. They're all the way back, and these are hard corners, so it's a big-time cover 2, and you know that. So when the route here holds the corner, quarterback, everybody knows there's some space here. It's just a matter of can you get a receiver and a ball in there without a safety reacting to it first, and that's kind of what this route is about. And the other thing, protection. There is a twist going on, the guy coming through late, and that's what makes the throw especially impressive to me is right here on the edge, one is out, one is around, and they're actually going to get through and leak through to be able to pressure that quarterback. Now, initially, he's got time, and this is an experienced guy with his eyes downfield trying to hold that safety there because he knows what he's trying to get over. But right here, you got a guy who's putting his back foot on the 41, and he's about to get hit, okay, and he's in the middle of the field or closer to the left hash. You saw him get popped as he threw it and throws it on a dead rope accurately to the 30-yard line, a 30-yard essentially throw up the field, but that's from one hash to the other, sort of across the field too. It's a long throw with a ton of velocity on a dead strike at 30 yards. There's that twist coming through. It's going to hit him as he throws the football and gets it in there. Really impressive. Quarterback draw here on 3rd and short. Turns into a great big run. Offensive line cleans him up. Big hole to run through, and Fitz has got the wheels. Guy actually takes a pretty decent angle to try to get him down. But I'll show you, there's a lot of positives on the offensive line, first of all. If you look at this side, they get everything turned back this way to kind of create that space. Tight end has released to the next level. Center stands up the big nose guard. Right guard Calhoun's doing it. And right here, you're going to get a knockdown at tackle. That side did an excellent job on this play. And I'll show you something else, too. There's a couple things about it, how not to play defense. First of all, if you look at linebacker here, strong side, actually it'd be weak side, I guess, but, tight ends this way, whatever you want to call it. But linebacker here, he's going to kind of just step in and catch the block of the guard. Watch that happen. So really, rather than taking it on and trying to get a stalemate, he's just catching it, trying to see with his eyes where he's going. The other thing is, here's a linebacker that's lined up in the middle of your defense also, and here comes a running back. And watch what happens between running back and linebacker here. I mean, he didn't have to be blocked because he never forced any kind of issue. So go back and watch this kid in the middle. Again, not picking on him. It's just an example of what not to do. You can't guess. You got to go full speed. So keep your eyes right here and watch how he plays this. Steps back, doesn't take on the block, and then just backpedals. Can't play linebacker like that or you give up big runs. Here's 2 off the edge against the run game, and they're going to read this in. Now, if they both come and are both unblocked, what do you think happens? They both take quarterback, and Aris Williams is off on a big run into the secondary. Again, if you look at this, it's a 4-3 defense, so 4, and then technically there's your 3 based on the formation. And what happens is everybody's down on the tackle, and you're reading the in-man line of scrimmage. Now, whether or not it's run like it's supposed to, what you know is that there's not only one guy to read, there's 2 coming off the edge. Again, quarterback, mesh point, he's reading the end. He doesn't have 1. He's got 2 guys, and both take the quarterback. Both are concerned about Fitzgerald, and that opens up the running game for the running back. You give 2 guys you didn't have to block. Just before half, they get a man-to-man situation on Guidry, take it up top, and they bring 5, bring a 6th guy late. You can block them all, throw the one-on-one, touchdown. Go back and look. One thing, you can't really see all the field, but one thing you can see that's happening is with the alignment, that looks like man already. And then on the snap, the safety that's back here, he comes flying up because you're bringing a 5th and a 6th is coming late. So they're jumping into man-to-man with a free safety back there who's going to be off screen, and that's who's going to actually try to get over there, but it'll be too late. So you see the linebacker coming. That's the 5th rusher. The back is staying in, and so is the tight end. So you got 6 blockers for 5 rushers. When the back stays in, this linebacker who had him in man-to-man coverage comes, but you still can block them all 6 on 6 right here. And it's man-to-man. It's a really good read by the quarterback to see that adjustment and throw it. This may be my favorite throw of the day for Fitzgerald. 2x2, 4 receivers, 2 safeties up top. They jump into cover 2, split them with that skinny post, and he throws it in there. The route's got a lot going on. You eventually get 5 guys out because of the coverage, but on the pre-snap, you see both safeties back there. It looks like 2, and again, 1 soft corner, 1 hard, so it looks like quarter, half, but I think they're jumping into cover 2. And the route, you're going to hold that guy here, and you get a corner route on top of it into the boundary. But again, because of the splits of those safeties, he's already thinking, I've got skinny post over here on the backside hash. So on the snap, it looks like Fitzgerald's eyes to me are on that near hash safety to see if he stays there. If he were to leak back into the throwing lane, you come elsewhere. But if you hold him there, you're not worried about this safety because you know you're going to get in front of him with the route ultimately. And then the next thing would be, does this middle linebacker drop into my throwing lane completely? Because if he does and covers it and you can't throw it, that's when you're going to have your outlet, the back, coming out and with nobody to cover him. So that would be safety valve here or here if they completely drop into your throwing lane. But right here, he's able to be comfortable in the pocket because of the job of the offensive line, and then a really strong throw with a quick trigger. So on the snap of the ball, his eyes are here, obviously, on that backside safety. Hold him deep on that hash. You saw him flip and look to hold that safety there for just a split second. And now he's back to the middle of the field to try to make this throw. That's the dropping linebacker going to miss him, and you just can't throw it any better than that. So big offensive output, and jump into SEC play this week on the road at Kentucky, a tough team. It should be a pretty good ball game. All right, hope you enjoyed that. Thanks to Renaissance Bank for sponsoring these, and check them out, if you will, over at renaissancernation.com. Don't forget to hit me up on Instagram and Twitter. I'm Radio Wyatt. And if you're on YouTube or Facebook or one or the other, just find me on the other. Subscribe on YouTube, like my Facebook page. That'll help a lot as well. All right, see you next time. See ya.